stop on that one because General McRaven, like, walk us through
Yeah.
this part.
I was about an event where two people were drowning. It was where I used what kind of referring to OODA loop, et cetera. But then what ended up happening 30 years ago, something happened with Admiral McRaven when I was working with him when he was CEO of.
Say that name a little bit slower because you move through these things quick. You did this to me one time when we were in a conversation. You were talking and you were like General McRaven, and then you moved on, and I was like, no, stop on that one because General McRaven, like, walk us through this part.
So
Say his name slower this.
so Admiral McRaven.
Okay, Admiral McRaven.
Make my bed. He was the guy who was in charge of the Bin Laden raid. Um, he actually during a certain period, his hands were touching almost everything.
Okay.
That was happening with the Special Operations Command. Prior to that, when he was the commanding officer for SEAL Team 3, he was my boss. And so there was over a couple year period, there's more than a few times that I was kind of standing in front of him. And in one of his books talks about standing in front of the long green table. You want to make sure you're always accountable for it. And it wasn't, in my case, the long green table. But it was a conversation where my chief and I were standing in front of him and he was sitting in his chair and we were kind of at attention and we were having to explain ourselves for something that we did and how we ran an op, et cetera. And ultimately, it doesn't matter who was right or wrong, but I still think about that op to this day. And people are like, "Oh, you need to get over it. Stop thinking about it." I was like, "Oh, no. I constantly think about it to make myself better, to think about, hey, if I'd done this, what would have happened? What's the ramifications of that?" I just keep thinking about the problem, thinking about the case. How could we have done something different? And so that I still think about that conversation and it still impacts me today and still makes me better today. So I'm not ruminating and going, whoa to me. I'm going, whoa, how do I make that better?
When can that serve you and when can it not serve you?